following is a special MRE Uno presentation, Division 1, Super League 2024. This is survival. This is the survival of the fittest, and it can be inscribed in one term: win. For William Brock, a pair of ties, but no bigger match than tonight. One more tie for him, or a straight win, and he's smooth sailing into Week 5. But for the fastest in the West, this is his biggest challenge yet. One game at a time. One chance at a time. And after 6 games, he has to get 4. Only 4 wins will solidify the fastest in the West. He's been through the ringer before, but this is different. Because tonight, it's Elimination Monday, here in Athens 2024. Super League has given Ghost a chance, but it's the biggest test yet, as he goes up against the immovable Rock. The Rock will be pounding, he'll be scrounging and scrounging, but one thing remains: consistency. 4 wins, and you got yourself a chance of waiting and seeing in Week 5. Will Ghost rise to the occasion, or will The Rock crash the party? Because one match, one opportunity leads to the Parthenon. The Assassins are ready. The Rock, fastest in the West. Welcome to the final match for Ghost. Welcome to Elimination Monday. This is survival, this is do or die, this is Elimination Monday. For Ghost, there's only one thing that matters tonight: scoring that 4 on the scoreboard. If he gets the win, sure he'll need some help in Week 5 as he'll have to go on the bye. But a lot can be answered tonight. For Brock, while a win is everything and could mean everything tonight to put himself in a clean position, he just needs 1, 3 on the scoreboard, a tie, and put himself in a favorable spot entering Week 5. He knows what he's got to do. He's looking for the kill shot on Ghost, while Ghost is looking to keep his dreams alive, with only 1 win being the out. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brock versus the fastest in the West. The Rock versus the fastest. Georgia versus Cali. What a matchup we got in store. Both guys know the drill, right? They know the scenario. Like I said, for tonight, if Brock wins, he puts himself in a great spot. A tie, he'll have to do some work next week, but it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. For Ghost, a loss here, and his season is pretty much over, right? Nothing he can do with Week 5 being on a bye, so he's got to get the job done tonight. Well, we go into the old graphic, and we don't have it updated, but it was not taking care of business. He's on to the round 12. Next week against Brock will be a more pseudo-bye week. 5-1, wipe the 4 against Steven. That's all he needed. Brock goes coming up shortly, and then we've got Lane DJ Wednesday at 2:30. We're taking a day off tomorrow. And then JT Sanford, the 9 o'clock to round out Week 4 Teratology. Going to be a good one for that Group A match. We go into the standings. Well, a new points leader has emerged. It's old Nam with 6 points with a +4. Chomix in second with the old 5 points on a bye, +2 GD. And then, of course, now moving up to third will be William Brock. He's now in third with 2 points, but has to play tonight. Steven drops the lads. Ghost now moves up from 5th to 4th with the GD being a -4 for Steven. He's in the basement. Has to win against Chomik and has some help next week. No matter what happens tonight, he needs some help. We'll see how it goes. And then we go into the scene. One last scene for the night, and it's going to be a really, really fascinating night for both players. For Brock and Ghost, they join us, of course, Nam, as a spectator just coming off the win. Brad always helping us out with some. I'm going to probably go to him tonight for some extra commentary, and of course, Art, our ref and commentator. Art, it don't get much better than this, man. It doesn't get much sweeter, yet bittersweet for one. Win and go home for Ghost. This is basically a regular season style. Again, he knows if he doesn't get the 4 on the scoreboard, his night's over. How do you think that changes his approach knowing he has to win or there is no tomorrow? And what do you think Brock's got to do, not only to play for a tie and get the 3 and basically end the night for Ghost, but possibly secure his 4 and really make week 5 real easy coming into next week?
This is sort of one of those things where it's your back is against the wall if you're thinking on Ghost side of things. Because you know there's not another chance after this. Really. You don't get the job done tonight. Basically, you're just going to be packing up and going on home.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Yep.
While on the other side of the thing for Brock, he knows he still has another week in store for him, but he's gonna see what he can do here. If he can go for the win, he could probably try to take his opportunity here to get it done.
I'm going to go to Brad here. Normally I don't go to the specs, but Brad, you've seen enough of Brock content. You've seen enough of Ghost content. We know we talk about the fade look on Brock. It's been lethal when it cooks. But Ghost plays his fast, rapid, downhill style. What do you think is going to win out tonight? And give us a little pregame thoughts and analysis before we get into this highly contested, basically a regular season match in a way where playoff environments occurring where you have to get the 4 on the scoreboard and those 3 points for Ghost. Thoughts from that, Brad? I'll go to Brock here. Brock, normally I would go to the guy that would talk first, but I'm going to go to you first because tonight you have a chance to do 2 things, to kill 2 birds in one stone. 1, you have a chance to knock Ghost out, and 2, if you get the winner, especially if you get the win, it's almost like next week becomes all right, let's have fun, see how it goes. Depends on that first match. What do you got to do? Your first 2 weeks, you kind of built up your temperature and tires. Now you got to build it up to speed and get the win here. What do you got to do to handle Ghost who plays that rapid downhill style? We know your ammo control and the fade look has been lethal. Thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, you pretty much said everything for me. All I gotta do is, just do what I've been doing, and if I knock Ghost out, they'll definitely and win this one. They'll probably punch my ticket in.
I don't know who will win. Both of them will need it, though. Yeah, it's going to be a close game. That's pretty much. If Brock wins here, already, you got to think next week becomes a whole hell of a lot easier. Obviously, it wouldn't be officially in, but it would look a lot easier on the table. All right, Ghost, you got no week 5. This is it. This is your last week of Super League. This is it for now. We have no idea what your fate will be. Even if you win tonight, a lot of help's got to go your way next week. What do you have to do just to keep your season alive and sweat it out for week 5? How do you put the pressure on tonight to make life easier for at least trying to sweat it out next week against the guy who has a very lethal fade look that's hard to read? Thoughts on that? Art, you got to look for Ghost as he answers that question. It's the story of the night with these 2 guys. Brock is going to play the fade look, right? And we also know Ghost is going to play that rapid downhill style where sometimes it can bite him, but sometimes it can be heaven. And the thing here tonight, Brock gets control of the first 3 games. He's been deferring most of the time. How important is it to start fast for Brock? Maybe get that 2-1 and really make your life easier in Ghost's homestand.
Really, it can do wonders for people if you can get it done. And that's the big key thing here. If Brock could get the job done in those first 3 games and at least have some sort of advantage, it might just be it could be just a smooth ride ahead, and who knows, it could be a long night for Ghost.
Well, as we can wait for Ghost to type, reminder at home, day off tomorrow, nothing going on, dark day as they call it here in the league. We have nothing going on. Then it picks up Wednesday, 2 games, 2:30, and then we finish it up at 9 o'clock. Going to be a really, really big test for both Lane, DJ, and of course Sanford. JT already locked in, so he's just playing out here for fun, but he wants to get that 3-0 in the season. Now I'm pretty much locked in, right? We just don't know where he'll be on the seeding in terms of 7 through 10. God, I think he'll be somewhere there. And who knows what will happen on that end. And of course, for Brock, if he gets the win here, that would knock out Ghost. And if he does tie, even then, if he does tie for Brock, he'd still be in third place. And a lot of things basically next week would just come down to what would happen with the Steven game first, or what would happen in general, right? As if Chomik wins before Brock even plays, then it could be already settled. So, a lot at stake tonight. A lot of things got to happen. So, we will see what happens moving forward. Ghost has to win tonight or it's over. It was a must-win game last time. It's a must-win game now. I have to play smart, aggressively to steal some away wins. There's literally no path for me. Do or die. That's it. It's do or die, Uno, man. This is it for Ghost. This is his last chance. Can he make it happen? We're about to find out, Ard. For the last time for Ghost in Super League for now. Do the honors.
Well, here we go. I'm gonna just.
Go best of 6. No power play.
All right.
All right, everything's in. Ard, do those most famous words. Got a text message. All good. Let's get it going. This is for W. Brock. Brock will receive the toss. Here we go after it goes to third.
All right. William Brock, how many cards for game number 1?
Let's try 13.
We're going to go for unlucky 13. We'll see if it's lucky tonight. OG full. Here we go.
Here
13
we go.
cards. Elimination. Do or die. Welcome
Let's
to
get it
Elimination.
on.
Caesar +2. Elimination Monday. Going to be a good one. The Rock versus Ghost. Both know what to do. Already got to think here. Brock going to play that slow. Not really slow, but just his methodical pace. See how he runs it. He's got the fade look when he needs it. That's the thing that's been missing in Brock's game so far, these first two. He hasn't been able to cook the fade. Can he cook it tonight?
He could try to do something interesting.
Brock not going to play that fast style. He's going to play at his pace. Here comes the Brock, the Rock. Here's the fade. There it is. We know he's got the green back end, or you know he has it in the back.
You gotta. That's always what you gotta have to try to think of. And maybe for not everyone, but if it's against Brock, you need to have that thought in the back of your head that hey, he could try to be sneaky here.
Brock already with a little end around play, looking for the triple. The Rock looking for the triple.
Triple play already.
Quad play.
Quad play there. Nice move there by Brock.
That's the old Clint Green now. We talked about the fade. Comes the Rock. Still has more. The Rock been able to connect. Ghost throws a +4 to stop that train for a little bit.
Yeah, but sometimes that's not the best sort of move.
Might be the best move right now for what he's got. Brock, nothing on red. Heat check in the blue. A little heat check.
Does that plays it clean. Work?
Brock playing it clean back. Still clean. Sounded to Brad. Here comes Brock. You know he's going to throw some ammo when he has it, Art. You know he is. There it is.
Yeah, well, you kind of walked into that one there.
The easy walk in is a double +2.
Oh, that would be a good play right here.
Double +2, but looking for a quad play to erase that +4 and then some from earlier. He's got it. Brock back in front.
My goodness.
Brock downhill, Ghost. Let's see if he tests him. He's going to switch it.
Always good to see.
Oh,
what
Brock
your
undercut.
Can do
Brock
here.
undercut. +2 from Ghost. Looking for a double. We're red wild. Nothing from Brock, though. That's big for Ghost. Here comes Ghost looking for a double. Triple play. It's in, Art. Oh,
Wow.
Ghost starts it off. We've seen game one magic. We have seen it. We'll start with Brock. Brock, you did a good job right there on the fade look, I thought. You got the fade cooking there on the 13. You went to green. Is all you had 3 color? You just couldn't get the red to work in that game and it just wasn't enough? Was that it? Just a red deficit? Talk to me about how you had to go a little bit aggressive on the red skip plays to try to get Ghost off his game.
Yeah, in the end, I kind of only had three different colors left. I didn't really have any reds, and I was hoping he would have switched over to the colors I had, but obviously he didn't. So hopefully I can turn this around in game 2.
We're going to turn around game 2. Ghost, big win right there, man. You got the red deficit, but we've seen enough. Game 1 really has not mattered so far in Super League, where it's just a feel out. Have you been able to feel out Brock's processes? And your thoughts on a little bit of that +4 say that really turned into your favor, because you really had something cooking right there with the +4 and the red wild combo, because if you don't have that, Brock could find a way to get the leverage back. So thoughts on just the game 1. And already got to think here, it's game 1, man. We've seen it. We saw it with Nam. He lost game 1 and then boom, 5 straight. Same thing can happen here where you win game 1 and then all of a sudden it's 2-1 going the other way, and then you got to really think. So I don't think anyone's out. I think game 1, especially in this elimination game, truly is a feeler. Thoughts on that analysis?
I would agree here. And again, you've just thrown out the point there. We just saw that just a little bit ago with the Nom versus Steven game. It went well for Steven game 1, and then it just went completely sideways there with Nom just taking it over. Are we about to see the same thing happen here? We're going to find that out here shortly.
We'll wait for Ghost's thoughts here. A lot can happen. He still has to get 3 more wins to get this into next week. Remember, if he gets next week, be a big talking point for sure. He's already at a -2 differential right now. Nah, it's a bit too early to get a clear idea. Still got to play Kevin with the real win. Can't help. Yeah, it's too early. I think it's too early. I think Ghost is going to still have to develop a little bit. Check it out. It was only a 3-minute game, Art, so still a long way to go, in my opinion, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. No 13 on the board. Or excuse me, no 13 for Ghost on his homestand, but it's Brock. It's free board. Brock, what's it going to be? We'll get those words from Art.
Yeah, but William Brock, you got open board. How many cards per game 2?
Let's try 10.
Well, he's going to drop it. This is it. This is where Brock's been able to cook 7 through 10. We've talked about this. This has been his wheelhouse.
Here we go.
GL says Ghost. Here comes Brock. The Rock looking to attack right away. This is where he's been able to cook, Art. He's been able to cook on these lower numbers. Ghost's going to switch an early little fade. The Rock looking for a move. He's going to just ditto that. And Ghost is out. Here comes the Rock now. And we're at 5. Ghost gets the green switch. Brock in the lead, though. You got to think something's coming here from Brock, Art. He's going to have time. Green, especially new color. Yep.
Yeah, once you get these new colors here in these games, it just...
LaPlante in the
it mostly just then opens the door for anything to really be played.
It really does. Brock's still drawing. Here comes Ghost. He's going to draw as well, so now we're going to draw City. We've seen that one before.
Yeah, we've seen how these draw cities sort of go.
Brock, well, that's going to be draw City and a half. if it only had to be top deck and a half. Yep. Still draw City. You wonder if you're Ghost, you're just content here. Let's see what Brock will do. He check early?
Wow.
Maybe. I'm not sure about that. That might be just a clean play, to be honest. Here comes Brock. Yeah, that is a heat check and a half. Fade looking a half right there.
Man.
Brock with a crazy fade. Here comes Ghost. Back to yellow, says Ghost. Triple quad play. Does Brock have more yellow? Did he save a +2? That'd be something from Brock. He saved a +2.
Oh my goodness.
The reads go crazy hard. Triple play.
Reeds go crazy, and it's always been like that.
It always will be, man. That's something we'll miss. Definitely rested away on week 4. Hopefully to be back on week 5. Here comes Ghost. Crazy read from Brock there. Let's see if Ghost tests him right here. Ghost is known to test that yell. Let's see if he tests him. Here we go. +2 of his own. Is that game? No. Wow. He unleashed the tank basically.
He basically tried to get close enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Ghost
He's
tried to. He tried everything there. Brock in the red. Interesting. Ghost, heat check wild. Old Brock have. +2, he saves it. Keeps the game alive, Art.
He keeps the game alive, and it's just like I bet right now if you're Ghost, you're like
Yeah, he had a chance right there. Screen's a little slow, so I'm gonna have to. Oh no, unless Brock's just taking his time. Is he taking his time? Yeah, I don't think it's slow. Just taking his time. Brock taking his time, thinking stopping here. He just got. Wow, that's all he had, Art. That's all he had. Wow,
I don't know.
that's all he had.
Oh no.
No, it's +4 bailout. Oh man, Uno call out Brock's Uno C, by the way, but wouldn't it matter? Ghost, I mean, you had the bailout there. That was it. I mean, that was all I could really say. You really didn't do much there. You kind of put the pressure on Brock. We're kind of hoping for a bailout. Do you think the only? I mean, you really kind of was it the green draw city that ultimately bought you time? Yeah, I was gonna say bailout, top deck luck. Yeah, it's a bailout. Your thoughts on just the top deck luck working in your favor, Brock? I mean, you really couldn't do it. You had the game pretty much in control. He did a great yellow fade was perfect, but he just kind of got the top deck. Thoughts on that?
I really don't know what to say. I mean, I did all I could do.
Well, Art, interesting so far. The Rock just unfortunately isn't. He's not been able to get that fade, but the top deck magic's been working in Ghost's side. Thoughts on what he's got to do to adjust, or do you think it just comes down to a rare case where Brock's just not getting what he needs? No +4s yet. He's just kind of taking him on the chin here. It's early though.
Yeah, that's basically where I might be throwing that towards because right now you're seeing what Ghost is doing, and he is right now just going off. Right now, he is just doing very good.
It was kind of saying, enjoy this game. You connecting the ass to get down to one color and the +4. Yeah, I mean that's sometimes how it is. Draw City, you put the pressure on, and you wonder how it can go in the back end. That's what basically Ghost did there. He's been getting a lot of that Draw City luck, and it's not even draw. It's top deck because now when we talked about it was just draw. He had to continue to work for it. This is just straight. Okay, I'm getting the top deck here, right? There's the +4 on that first draw. Got to readjust. So interesting early in this game. Let's see if Brock can get this one 2-1. We know Brock on the road isn't the worst thing. We know Ghost still in a high pressure spot. Let's see how it goes here. Big game 3 for Brock. What will he do? Still open board.
Yep, William Brock open board. How many cards for game number 3?
Let's go 9.
There's the special. There it is.
9 cards.
This is where Brock tries to get one here, and then he can really play it easy. Brock looking for a possible 2-1 right here. Ghost looking for a 3-0. That would be insane. Ghost going to fire a +2 already. Double Samper off the board.
My goodness.
Brock only just going to play it cool. Ghost plays it cool as well. We talk about Plan A wins with Ghost, and this is what he needs. Red 2. Ghost now. See if we can fade. Go into Brad from Gone to Brad. Let's see if Brock will have a card. He does. Into a blue 1. Brock the Rock. Couple card back to green. He fades in. That's game, Art.
Wow.
There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about that. Wow. Brock, I don't got any question, man. That's just crazy. There's nothing. That wasn't even a minute. Nothing to say.
If you don't have any questions, I don't have any answers.
No, I mean, what is there to ask? I mean, it was just. I can't believe it. I mean, game 1 was pretty clean. Game 2, okay. It can come down to okay. Brock played a technician move. That one, it's really bailing at me out. Yeah, I don't got much to say. Ghost now 1 win away from keeping his season alive. What do you think Brock's got to do to pull a lane now and try to tie the game? Because this is starting to get out of hand. Art?
I really don't know.
I don't got anything, man. This is the first time in a long time we're on a KT stream, and I got no words. I don't have much to say.
Battery fully charged.
All I can really say, Art, is Ghost is out. He's without 13-10-9. We know he's got a 5-card special to kind of put in the throttle, but I got nothing. Let's go to game 4. I don't have much to say.
Yep, Ghost. No 9, no 10, no 13. How many cards for game number 4?
We'll go
7.
Ghost looking to put this into a really good spot right here.
He's basically about to just get that 1 win that he needs.
Well, green 0. Brock has to get the tie. Anything's possible, man. Here comes Brock looking to get this to 5 now, trying to get something back. Nothing.
Mostly anything.
You'll get a little top deck there. See what Ghost have. He's going to draw. Here comes the Rock. He'll switch it over. Okay. Gotta think here with 7 OG cards are still alone again as we go Undercut City in the green. The Rock double play. First time in a long time where he's getting down in the zone here. Ghost is out. Here comes the Rock for check. No. No check play.
Yet. Not yet.
I think Ghost's going to be comfortable in Draw City here. The Rock looking to make a move right here. Let's see what he's got. +2 combo there from the Rock. Checks it to Uno.
This could give Ghost a chance.
Ghost a chance. Maybe for Ghost, maybe you just throw this one away too. He's got 3 games to work with. You did for a test move, right? If you don't have a +40, you try a test move. You got 3. You got to approach this now being a little more scientific. There's a +2. He's going to fire back.
Mostly, I guess now you are right. Ghost could just kind of relax now, but he does need to understand the pressure is still on. It's still there.
Yeah, definitely if we get to a 3-1, it's game 5. He knows he's got to try to get it there. But for this game, it's your first homestand. You got to feel out the kinks of being at home in a pressure environment. I can understand, right? He's got time. That's the thing when you have a 3. You got time on your side. All right, we'll double play on the Zay. See what Brock will have here, trying to get off that Zay. You'll go into red. Red 6 now. Oh. We'll double play there from the Rock. Into blue now, Art. Big switch. Nothing there
That could
from
be
Brock. Yep.
that. Oh boy, that might have been a
Is
big
that an
play right
ISO? Is
there.
that an ISO? No ISO. Nothing from Brock. Zero sugar. Still nothing from the Rock. And we're going to go to ISO. We're going to draw out. Okay.
We're drawing it out now.
Draw it out, baby, in the West. Top deck from Ghost. And still drawing it out. Yeah, we're going to be here a minute.
Yeah, but we're gonna be here for a
Draw
minute.
City. Let's see if Nam, or not Nam. Let's see if Brock gets a top deck. Remember, top deck's been the
Oh,
thing.
that's a jailbreak.
Jailbreak
That's a
into Brock, his himself, the man himself. Ditto Brock. In the Grim. Here comes the Rock. In the red now. Tries a new color.
Ghost is good with it.
Ghost is good with it. Here comes the Rock. Does he have something in the back end? No, just red one. And Ghost draws that. Okay. Here comes the Rock again. Looking for a possible lead change. He's got it.
He's got it and now has possession arrow.
Brock for 2 possessions. He's got it again. That's a tough color to get anything off of 2 all night. That might be an ISO play from Brock. Trying an ISO. Let's see what will be from Ghost here. Brock up 2. Ghost looking to find something to tie, or maybe just cut this to 1. Just goes into a single play. Here comes the Rock. Rock looking for something.
Something. Anything.
+2 combo. There it is in the Caesar Chomic. The Rock closing in. Goes 2 freshies now. He'll go for a skip.
Oh, wait a minute.
Looking for a triple. Looking
Oh
for a
my
quad. He's going to
God.
erase that +2 art, and he's going to go 0 sugar.
He just erased it and more.
But does Brock have it for the finish? No. Goes to 2.
Oh boy.
Brock back to red. And what a play there from Brock. He gets into red, saves the game. Wow.
And that was an ISO. Or
No,
that was a
That was nice.
that was an
It was nice. Interesting ISO
Oh.
for sure.
interesting ISO, but it works.
It works. It worked out for a little bit for sure. No way, says Ghost. +4 bail. Not the finisher, but he gets a +4 bail.
Oh my goodness.
Brock in the green.
Oh
My God. That's it. Ghost is going to have a chance next week, but we still got to play the last 2. He'll have to sweat it out now. Brock, I don't know what to say, man. You're getting beat with no +4s, and you just haven't had any chance to cut the fade. What could you have done differently? Could you have finished the game with a double +2, or you think it's just unfortunate timing at the wrong time?
At first, I thought maybe I could have used the +2 as my second to last card, but I felt like he would have. But I feel like if I had tried to do that, he would have tried to change colors. So I just used it when I did, and eventually just didn't work out.
Yeah, Artie, you got to think we were at a point where it's the +2s really, because Brock had the +2 chain. Right, he had the +2 chain, and now he's going to have to figure out a way to win these last 2 games, Brock, because Ghost he's got the win now, but he's still going to have to sweat it out next week. Ghost, other than the bailouts, man, what's been working tonight? We've been a little bit more patient. That's been figuring out the way things have been going, or what? The Brett was the perfect play, the interim play. It just I drew 2. That's crazy, man.
That's downright insane.
There's nothing you can do about that, man. And we talk about this, Art. We've rarely seen this from the bot, right? We've talked about maybe once in once in a series, right? We see it once. We've now seen this twice, right? Now, obviously, 7 cards. There's not much you can do. Well, we also did say we can't fix 5 through 7. Understandable. 13 card game was solid. Even a 10 card was solid. The last 2, though, it's been all ghost, and he's just able to take it here. Now he puts himself in a really good spot. If he gets these next, even if he gets one more game, he's really back in the game. What does he got to do these last 2? And what does Brock got to do to now salvage this team? Because now Brock he's in desperate mode here.
Oh boy, really at this point, I don't know. For broadside of things, I don't know. This is basically, the pressure is not good on your side of things. But while on the ghosts, if you're thinking on ghosts here, maybe you just try to go and get as much help as you can and try to see if you can salvage anything.
Yeah, this is big for Ghost. Now we talked about he's got the 5 points now. There's nothing else he can do. He did everything he could, right? Now at this point he's trying to get GD and wait and see what happens with Steven Chomik and of course Brock and Nam. Now Brock trying to salvage his season right here. Big moment here. Our Ghost is going to have 13, 10, 9, 7 off the board. What's he going to do here for this game 5? This is big.
Yeah, but 7, 9, 10, 13 are off the board for you, Ghost. How many cards?
We're going to go up to 14 now. Brock got to get something working.
14 cards. Here we go.
Green 3. Brock looking for something to go right. He's got to find something here. We're going to start with a fade. Yellow 5 now. Into a blue 5. William Brock's season on the line now. All of a sudden, he's got to win at least one of these 2 games. Crazy turn of events, so that's how Super League sometimes can be.
That's what we always wait for around this time of the year.
Brock going to go aggressive. Hold on.
Oh, boy.
Looking for the quad. Or maybe a quint. Go quad. Okay. It's time of year you never know. I mean, you expect the unexpected.
And that's why we always wait for Super League. This is why we wait for this sort of time of the year.
KT Wild for Ghost. Let's see. These have been interesting wilds from Ghost. See if Brock can oblige. He goes into a red wild of his own.
Oh my goodness.
+2 from Ghost. Double +2, but it flushes the +2s out.
Basically, yeah.
Brock now has a chance to respond. You know he's going to try.
Basically, it's Brock. Just wait. He's going to pull something here.
The Rock, desperate right here. What will we have in the back end? You know multiple plays is coming. There's no way it wouldn't be. Ghost is throwing the gauntlet down, up 4-0, looking to try to get this into a 5-0 and possibly a chance of a sweep. Oh, my word. Brock, he's fired up, Art. Quad play for me. You don't see that ever. Tie game. The Rock's pissed. He knows it. He's got to get these back. What's it going to be from Ghost? Does he have anything at all? The switch. There it is. Switch from Ghost. It's a new game. Here comes the Rock. Brock the Rock gets a green 2.
Over the blue.
All right. And the red.
Over the
a little triple play into the green, into the old trip deuces. Actually, trip deuces. Yep. It was missing the yellow for the rainbow. In the background character, Brock in the green.
Ghost will oblige.
Ghost's gonna oblige. Here comes the Rock, looking for something tonight. Did he get some magic off those +2s? Here we go. He just got a double. Ghost
got nothing.
Does Brock have anything though? The Rock looking for something right here. +4s could be what he needs, Ard.
No!
Check, though. That puts him in a check spot. First +4. Wow, all night for him. Comes the Ghost. He goes into yellow. Probably a safe play.
Probably saving the game.
Safe play here from him for sure. Tries to do some ISO. Well, Ghost thing. He's got to think the color now, I think. He's thinking about the color. Got to think about which color do you land on now because you've went off the red. Risky play. He's going to go yellow too. Plays it safe. Brock for the win for 4-1. He got on the red too. He got the wrong number. Oh,
Wrong number!
Wow. Brock gets one back and possibly saved his season right there. Brock, it's been hard tonight. That was your first +4, and when he went to yellow, your heart must have, your heart must have sank, but you got it back on the right number. And I think that was your best chance to get the fade going, man. You finally worked it out. Thoughts on how you had a rally on that one and saving your season now? You got to get this win right here to save it. Thoughts on that?
Well, just I don't really have much to say. I mean, I just, I did all I could, and I used the fade when I did, and they got me the win. Hopefully, I can get another one to save it.
Yep, we'll see how it goes. Ghost, obviously, you were playing a little aggressive there. You gamble on a number efficiency call, but do you think that game being a little bit more plan B, C, where you had to think it through, ultimately cost you, or do you think Brock did a good job on that wild flush? Because he flushed you out of the +2s, really. That was the one thing I noticed is that +2 flush from Brock really was the ultimate key for him. Thoughts on what you got to do for this last game and how you can approach this one? Brock saved it, Art. He needed that. That's the momentum he needed. Remember, we know next week he's got Nam, right? And you got to think he beat Nam and he still has that data. But at the same time, he's going to need some help next week, and it's going to be a crucial Game 6 on GD. What do you think they got to do here to lock in? Because we've seen a lot of things tonight. I did not have double 5-1s on the table. That is not what I had.
Yeah, that's not what anybody would normally think going into these sorts of weeks. But again, we're getting down to the end of this here for the stage groups here. It is getting to the point where anything can happen.
Anything can and will happen in Super League, man. That's the crazy part in Super League. And for Ghost, now he just moved into second place as of right now. I believe he's tied for second. That's the crazy part. Or no, he didn't. No, he didn't, because Chama still has the +2, right? So he actually moved into third place. That's all he could do, regardless, unless he gets the winner. Then we have a tie with Chama, which would be crazy. But we know Chama got one more week. Brock, he's got to get it. He gets the win here. -2, 2 points. He's got Nam basically on a freebie week in a sense. He's played his style. It's not the end of the world, but that's probably a solid matchup for him, whereas Steven's got to play Chomik. A lot can happen. I think Ghost has put himself in a good position, though, to say, hey, you know what? I did everything I could. One more game to go and see what happens at the end of the night. I think that's all you could do if you're Ghost. He maximized tonight because sure, he got some bailouts, especially game 3 and 4, but sometimes Lady Luck's on your side. We've seen it, Art. We haven't seen many bailouts, but we finally got one. There it was.
Yep. Anyway, here we go. We'll get ready.
Waiting for Ghost's comment. Yeah, we're just waiting for Ghost on his thoughts on that game. Because I thought he did a good job. I think it was just the wild flush that ultimately rushed his process up. And really got him out of control. Yeah, he just played everything up to that point. It was just a really good card. I couldn't ice him out. The ice out wasn't going to work for Ghost, and we'll see what he does for this game 7 or game 6 here. Our big moment. Let's see what it'll be. Still no 13-9-7.
Yeah. Ghost still no 7, 9, 10, or 13. How many cards per game number 6?
Last one for Ghost. Last game of Super League, possibly. Let's send it. Last game for Ghost, the last guaranteed game. Let's send it. He's got the 5 points. No matter what's going to need some help next week. In and on we go. Yeah, the whole mindset changes now because Ghost knows he's got the points. Brock's got to get this game for GD. If he gets this game for GD, it's not the end of the world, but you don't want to go here 5-1 and then really be caught in the basement. That's what you don't want.
Yeah, because if that happens, oh boy, the chances it becomes a bit of a problem.
Let's see what it's going to be. Brock taking his time now. Trying to plan out his moves accordingly, Art. You got to start thinking about taking your time. This is a crucial moment for the Rock.
You know, that's the only thing you can do, really. You can't try to force the moves here now.
Gonna go fade look there. Back to blue. Interesting. See if the Rock continues that tricky moves on colors. Into a blue 8. Into green. Rock going tricky with it. Playing a little CT strats. And Ghost just going to oblige. I think it's the right thing. Just oblige, see where this goes.
Again, Ghost...
Oh, man, he's going tricky with it.
Ghost is just trying to see what he can do, really.
That's right, Art. That's all he can do. See where he can go with it. Brock's out. Hard to get out of yellow 8, too. Let's see if Brock gets a little top deck. He does. Top deck magic. Still nothing from Brock. Here comes Ghost into green now. Let's see if that's what Brock could have used. Into a green 0 sugar. The green 6, Brock into red. Throws a little heat check into red. Up to the Brian combo. Or Allen combo, the 6-9. There's called the Brian, Art. Called that one somehow.
Yep, somehow, someway you call that one.
Long day, folks. Of course, it's been a long one for me. Appreciate you guys sticking with it. Here comes Ghost with a double, looking for a triple. Oh, that's game! Monster hand again. And Ghost, 5-1 Art. There's nothing you can say about that. That was a monster hand. Brock couldn't do much on the yellow. Brock, it's going to need to be a hell of a week next week against Nam. Your thoughts on what you have to do next week against Nam and Ghost? Or you would go to Brock for Brock. I don't think you could have done much tonight. You were playing a little bit one hand behind you. You did a good job, I thought, in Game 5, obviously in Game 2. But other than that, I don't know if you could have even salvaged 2 points. Or just give me 2 game wins, and that would have put you. What do you got to do against Nam? We know you've played Nam before, and you've had his number. Thoughts on what you got to do next week?
Honestly, I'm at a loss for words after this series.
Yeah, I kind of am too. I'm kind of shocked. It just seemed like your every move you tried to make, you couldn't find any draw city luck. That's the best I could put it. It's all I can really think of. But your thoughts on just playing Nam next week before we go to Ghost here?
I mean, I played before. I mean, it's a tough opponent, and I'm sure he'll be just as tough, if not tougher, the next go around.
Ghost, you did everything you possibly could, man. You're up to +2 on the GD. That's huge. I mean, you got to be loving yourself right now in the sense that you just be one of the tough guys now, and you really got a chance to lock yourself in with some help next week. What do you got to do in a sense to just, not of course you're not playing next week, but just, I guess, evolve if you do go to the round of 12, right? What do you got to do to evolve your style? Because that's going to be a whole different animal if you get there. Thoughts on that? I mean, you got to think here, this is a really finicky situation now for Ghost. He's really put himself in the driver's seat now. Because now at 5 points, he erased that -2 into a Oh no, not +4. It'd be a minus. It'd be a +2. Excuse me. Apologies there. It would be a +2. It's a really finicky situation, but it's a really weird thing because if Steven and Brock both win next week, then it comes down to GD. It could get really convoluted. And for Brock, you think he's out of it, but all it's going to take is if Steven beats Chomik somehow, and Chomik loses 4-2 or 5-1, and Brock can get the win, and Steven can get the win, then we're going to go down to points. But for now, both Steven and Brock, they're pretty much going to have to assume, okay, you got to almost get a 5-1 now. You have to almost think 5. How is that going to change their approach for Brock and Steven entering that last week? Because Ghost has done he did a big number tonight, for sure.
I think right now for Ghost, he really just helped his case, really. And now has made week 5 really, really difficult to decide on.
Yeah, I mean, he gambled and said, hey, I'm going to go for this week 5 bye. Obviously, it didn't work wonders like JT where he got locked in, but he put himself in a ridiculous spot now to where if you look at this here, Art, I'm looking at the stable. It's very possible he could get in. Unless Chomik wins. If Chomik wins, right, then Steven's out. It's really going to come down to that Brock Nam game. Because if Chomik wins, then that's him in. Nam we already know is in. It really comes down to one spot. Even though we have 4 characters, I think Ghost realistically, barring something extremely silly, right, extremely silly, I think he's put himself in a clutch spot. I don't really see much I can see on he's put himself in a clutch spot. What do you think he's got to do if he does make it to the next round, to the round 12, to adapt? That's a different style of game. Thoughts on that if he does move on?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I really don't know. That's gonna be something that is gonna be a bit more difficult to look at when you go into that round.
Yeah, this definitely shockwaves sent through the universe right there. It's definitely going to be something to watch. But for Brock, he pretty much has to go out there and win 5-1 now next week. It's going to be a tall task just to have a chance. If Steven and Brock win, right? And it's the crazy. If Steven and Brock win, and Chomik's out, and he loses. Let's say Chomik loses, and he's at 0. It could really come down to GDR. This is going to get really spicy. Chomik pretty much just needs to get the tie. He gets the tie. I really think he's got it, right? I think he's pretty much in. It's going to come down to Ghost on a bye and what will Brock do now. And I think he has to be the perennial favorite coming in. We talk about Brock being the perennial favorite. It's got to be a hell of a showing because Ghost tonight, sure, he got some top deck magic, but he's put himself in a really good spot despite the loss to Nam in week 4. Crazy game here. We're just waiting for Ghost's comments, and Brock's going to leave a quote. But shockwaves in Group B. We talked about Brock trying to avoid disaster. Steven, we knew had an uphill battle with Nam tonight, but they both now enter with 2 points and a -4. This match just me. Unfortunately, I don't have too much control of them. I'm still in the running. That's what's important. Still looking to improve my game to give myself a chance to compete at the high level. I think this match helped me with that spot. Just got to ride the wave and hope one escape the other. Yeah, realistically, I really think Ghost has made it, Art, because now with this 5-1, barring something silly, it's gonna. You got to think if you're Ghost and Steven, you're gonna have to pull off a 6-0 to even contest Ghost. I really think. Well, if you pull off a 6-0, that could eliminate Chomik. So it could come down to if Steven and Brock win, Chomik's now in the hot seat. Just like that, Ghost, because of that GD, has put Chomik in the hot seat, and that are tied. It's crazy. Chomik has to get the tie, and then we can really start talking. It's going to get really spicy for that last week. That's it for Group B, and for Week 4, man, we're going to have one more week, and it's going to start possibly Saturday night. It's very possible if we have all the scenarios done. Saturday night, Sunday, we're going to start the round, and it's going to get really, really intense. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a hell of a battle. Chomik, Brock, Steven, Ghost, all for basically are in a lock and tooth battle, man. 4 spots up for grabs. We need 2 more. Nam's already locked in with his 6 points. He's on cruise control. He can enjoy himself. The rest of these guys sweating bullets. We will not know the fate of this group till next week. It's going to be a long week for Ghost. He'll have to wait and see. For Brock and Steven, sleepless nights abound. Boy, oh boy, you can't ask for much more. It's about to get wild up in here.
This is what Super League has brought us to, and it's gonna be a crazy one.
Well, if you think that's crazy, we still have 2 more games, and let me tell you something. For DJ Curtis, he has the worst GD. He's at -6 right now. He's got to figure out a way to beat Lane Sanders, and he almost needs to get a 5-1 because his GD is terrible. Crazy game for both guys. DJ Lane, 2:30 will be the next game. We'll see you there for Wednesday. And then Sam for JT. For JT, it doesn't matter. The only thing he's left to play for is get the win and move on to the 7th seed officially. Sanford has to win that game or at least tie with the win last week over Curtis to put himself in a possible winner-take-all against him and Lane. That could be insane. But for Group B, the table has just been turned. We flipped the script. What a night tonight. That's going to do it for me in this week. Of course, I will not be streaming the last 2 games due to some personal things. Hopefully, I will be back next Sunday and we'll be ready to go. But regardless, Art, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you for taking time. Ed, want to thank him tonight. Of course, Nam and our friend Brad for helping us out. For all of us here at MRU, what can you say? You're not entertained. Ghost found a way. He's now in the driver's seat. A lot going to come at stake for Week 5. It's going to be a hell of a battle. Good night, everybody. We'll see you back here for 2:30 Wednesday. G and Short will take us home before the epic Week 5 finale concludes in Athens in group stage. What a turn of events. See you tonight.